to the after show. We just got done talking with Roxy to help me with her name.
Michela Wariebi. I may have gone too far to say the last name.
I won't say the last name. Michela, who is, I guess she would be considered like a body artist. Is that right?
She's an art. Well, I wouldn't say just body artist.
Maybe like a makeup artist too.
Yeah, she's a makeup artist. So I know her Instagram is like makeup artist and educator. So she also teaches about makeup and everything.
Okay.
Oh, we forgot to ask her about the fall trends.
Oh yeah, we got to get her back as a guest.
I know.
Like, what are the winter trends?
Yeah,
I'm not like really a makeup person. Like, I put lipstick on for the Chat and Chew show, but that's pretty much it. Like, you can see, like, I have no, like, my nieces right now. Oh my gosh, have you seen this? They're wearing eyelashes that are like this long.
Oh my gosh, I don't know why though. Like me, and it's so funny. I was out to dinner with a friend, and she and I were talking about the eyelashes, right? And she's like, I don't have any eyelashes, you know, do my eyelashes look okay? Because she gets like the really tiny ones.
Yeah.
You can really tell that they're fake. And so I was like, oh no, girl, they look good. Whatever. She's like, okay, good. Because I don't want you. She said, you see these kids, they got the big old like. And so then the waitress comes up to us and she's like, hi, my name is so-so, to be your waitress. And she has them. And we're like dying. Like, we're like, hi. Trying not to laugh because we were just talking about them.
I don't
feel it. I don't know.
No. And my nieces, they wear like literally, Roxanne, they're like this.
No, I know. I've seen them literally every time I go out to a restaurant or something. There's always some like a waitress that's helping us. That's like, how may I help you? And I'm like,
so I'm hoping that's not a fall trend, but anyway. Yeah,
I was wondering, because I know people were doing them, but I was wondering where the longer ones came from. Like, what inspired those?
That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, our guest, I really like talking to her. It was fun because I love talking to people who are doing what they love, you know. So I'm glad she didn't have these on because we would have been distracted.
And no, nothing against anybody with the lashes.
Right. Wear them. If you love them, we love them.
Yes.
Right. We're just curious of where it came from. Look, now
imagine it. We're just curious.
Maybe if I get some and try them on, maybe I'll be like, I get it, you know.
Okay, wait, have you had fake lashes though before?
Maybe when I was a kid, like in my late teens and 20s, you know, the nails and the lashes and all that stuff was out, you know, when I was growing up. I grew up in the 80s. Mm-hmm. So people were we were still wearing high heels and pantyhose and stuff like that too. So
yeah, I feel like I haven't seen pantyhose in I haven't seen pantyhose in a while.
I know. I saw a lady yesterday who had some pantyhose on, though. I was like, found it so interesting. I was like, oh, you got pantyhose on.
Yeah, I do the lashes for like if I do photo shoots or something like that.
Okay.
Because you like it is like the whole thing with the camera. You're so far, you don't really see your lashes. It looks like eyes are kind of bare. So I do them for that, and they feel funny at first, but then you get used to them.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen the big ones that are out now.
Yeah, like how do you get used to that? You know?
Yeah, like just in regular everyday conversation.
But I guess like with anything, like contact lens or anything, you get used to it after a while. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But
I wish I was more, but I guess I don't really have the patience. That's why I wear locks, because I don't have the patience to do nothing.
I know.
I just want to get up, read, do Candy Crush. No.
Do Candy Crush.
Do my hair and stuff. That's why I'm glad I had boys. I don't, and these boys right now don't even care. I'm like, okay, you're wearing lime green and red. They don't care. They just don't care.
Yeah.
So, you know, I know it's different with girls, but anyway, our guest, she talked about, you know, how she got into doing what she loves. And I just kind of wanted to hear Roxy.
Yes.
Our after show.
Yes, Bowinkle.
like how I feel most days, like Bullwinkle.
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
I know. Like some of the things, some people are listening like, who is that, Rocky?
I know. That's what's funny.
Cartoon. I don't even know what
back in the day.
Way back in the day, yeah. Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah. So how did I feel about?
And what did you get out of what she was saying? You know.
Okay, so there was a lot. Oh, there was a lot, I have to say. So I think I'm gonna have to go back and watch this episode. And I think audience members, if you don't have at least like 5 points from this episode, you probably have to watch it again.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it was a fast moving conversation, but there were so many nuggets that I could have paused on, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like there was like one of the things I thought I didn't even get a chance to, mention this in the episode, but she was saying how a lot of people don't even want to acknowledge that they have fear.
Yeah, that was good.
You know what I mean? And I thought, and that was good, because normally we're like, oh yeah, people are normally scared to do what they love. But if you're not even acknowledging that you're scared, then you create, and I've been there before. So that's why I think it stuck out to me, where it's like you create a whole other web of reasoning that gets you further away from the thing you really want to try. Mm-hmm. And you don't even like say it's fear. It's just like, oh, let's just do this thing over here that just seems more logical.
Yeah. I thought that was good. I wanted to drill down, and this has nothing to do with doing what you love, but she did the body art for Beyonce. And I was just curious because, again, when you start because she started at the counter at the makeup place, and then she's doing something for Beyonce. Think about this for a moment. First of all, the journey to get there, I wonder, well, how did that even happen? Like, did Beyonce just call you? I mean, how did that happen? I know she couldn't really talk about it a lot because she has a non-disclosure
agreement. Yeah.
But I was thinking, if I was in the room with Beyonce, what would I be feeling? That's why I wanted to ask her. I wanted to ask her, dang, what were you feeling? What were you thinking? Were you imposter syndrome? Or were you oh yeah, I'm where were you? I would have loved to hear more about that, because I know for me, if I get to a place where you dream of all your life and now you're here, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's true. And is it surreal? Am I really here? I've done that before. Where have you ever been doing something you're not either it just came all of a sudden, or you're not even sure, you're not sure how you got the opportunity, and then you're just kind of am I really here? Am I dreaming?
Yeah. I think for me though, it's just always goes straight to imposter syndrome.
Really? Why?
I don't know why. It's oh, you're not good enough to be here, or if they find out that you are really, they gonna make you leave, kind of thing. But I don't know. But I'm coming to believe that if you got invited to the room, then you belong there.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And even if they made a mistake, it's not your fault. So you should still be there.
You made a mistake, that's on you.
Yes.
I heard Kirk Franklin tell a story of, I think it was the school he was trying to get into. Mm-hmm. And they let him into the school, like an arts type of school. And he said they called him in the office and oh, we made a mistake, that your grades, because somehow they got the wrong grades on him. And it's your grades won't allow you to be here at the school. And he talked about in his life how he struggled with being a mistake because of his family and stuff like that. And but they said, we're going to give you a chance. So to our point, even if you made a mistake and I'm in the room, then hey, I'm here. Yeah. You thought it was a mistake, but really it wasn't, because look at where Kirk Franklin is now.
Listen, exactly.
Yeah.
It's so true. Yeah. And really you didn't sneak in. It's you snuck into the room.
Yeah. A few other good things that she said too, in her 20s, she was living at home. She was able just to jump out there and follow her dream or thing that she loved. But, when now she wouldn't do those same things as a 30-year-old, because I think when you get older, you want to follow. I just think doing what you love makes you so happy and fulfilled in life. Our show's about doing relationships better. When you're happy, you can do relationships better. But when you like upset and sad and angry and bitter because your life is messed up, then you hurt people, you know?
Yeah.
And so, but you can't just quit your job at 40 with 3 kids. So doing what you love has to be more calculated, you know?
It does. It does have to be. And I guess that balance just looks like, you know, doing something part-time and and figuring out, you know, how you can make it work.
Yeah.
Part-time until you're able to do it full-time or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. And maybe not everything do what you love has to be full-time. Maybe it could just be you do it as a hobby.
Yeah.
You know, not think this has got, you know, got to be my income. I think still doing it, whatever, photography, you know, singing, whatever, as a hobby can still help you be fulfilled, you know, in life, and everything doesn't have to be quit your job. You know?
Yeah, I agree. And not everything has to be paid. Like not everything has to be an income in general. Like sometimes our well-being is so much better off when we just make time to do things that we love.
Yeah.
And maybe the payback is, you're happier with your family.
Yeah. Mommy's not so mean now because you know, she's going to practice singing or whatever, you know.
Right. Because people build up resentment because they're not doing what they love. And so they resent the responsibilities that they have, thinking, oh, if it wasn't for y'all, I would be out doing blah, blah, blah. Oh, you can go out and do some of that.
Yeah, go out and do it. Yeah, make the time. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I think one other thing that she said, and I always get chills on this because I know how it is to grow up. And we have these conversations all the time when there wasn't a voice in your life who was positive toward you. You know what I mean? Like, I just remember now, I hate putting my family out there, but, you know, I used to love to sing. And I would wake up in the morning singing. I probably came out of the womb singing. I loved it. And I'm not a great singer or anything like that, but I loved it. And I just remember growing up in the house where like, shut up, stop making all that noise. You don't know how to sing, that kind of thing, right? And I don't remember an adult in my life ever. Now I'm getting all choked up. Ever like, even if I couldn't sing, you know what I mean? Like I just never had a voice in my life to say you good until after I got married. And then being around Elwood's family too, they are so encouraging and positive, you know. But so when I heard her story about, you know, her mom was the only one in her life, and then her aunties, you know, that were like, girl, go ahead and do it, you know, kind of thing. And that just warmed my heart, you know.
Oh, I love that.
Getting all choked up.
Oh. Oh, but I love it though. I love that. I mean, that you did get that finally. And then yeah, like that is great, like hearing her story of that. Because it's difficult when you don't have people that support you, that like as you are, like as a person, especially using the gifts. And I have heard you sing and you are a good singer. So it's so it's like, you know, especially using the gifts that God gave you, to not have someone supporting that. That's tough.
Even just as a child, like, you know, right now the boys, they're like, you know, look at this, look at that, whatever. And I make it a point to say, that is so good. You know, that you know, you may not be an artist in your life, you know, you showing me your little pictures, you may not be an artist as your career or whatever, or a football player or basketball player, but I think just encouraging people, you know, especially little kids, it just does something to their little souls, you know.
It does. It's a good feeling. I mean, think about like small things. If someone's like, oh, your hair looks good today, like you're like, you feel a little bit better.
Yeah. Like, or I love your earrings. Like, oh, I made these, you know, that kind of thing. It's like
it's like the smallest thing can make you feel good. And so to even actually hear that about like just who you are as a person or what you can do, it's it's a wonderful feeling to have that.
And here's the thing, it doesn't take anything away from you to give someone a compliment.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's like to say, I like those shoes. I mean, I've done that where, you know how ladies they get all like, looking at each other.
What they do?
Nobody don't want your man. I don't even know if they care about that stuff anymore. But to diffuse it, if you say, "Hey, I love your shoes," it just changes everything. That didn't take anything away from me to be able to say that to someone. Oh, I love that hair, or I love what you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I remember a long time ago, because I remember thinking to myself like how good it felt to get encouragement. Excuse me. And I remember this is years ago. I was like, okay, if I ever think of something, like if I'm ever thinking something good about someone, I'm just going to tell them.
Yeah.
At that time. Like, so it's like the smallest thing. So it's really funny. Like, I even had a friend at work and I would compliment her dress. And she was like, "You really like this dress because you compliment it every time I wear it." Like, oh, I do. Yeah. My mom was just like, whenever I'm thinking it, whatever it is, because you know how you see people, you're like, "Oh, she looks really cute," and like you don't say it.
Yeah.
So I'll tell like a random woman, like, "You look really pretty today." Like,
yeah.
But you
made her day.
Yeah. And it's like, because you never know what people are going through, what kind of day they're having. Because I've had days where I felt like physically felt really bad, like I'm sick or something, but I just put on, you know, an outfit to look good and just go out. And someone has, and people have complimented my outfit. And even though I was like my stomach hurt or whatever it may be, I was like, "Oh, thank you." Like, I felt a little better.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you just never know what people are going through. It, like you said, it costs nothing to be kind, to give a compliment. It costs nothing.
Yeah. And it can make all the difference in the world. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So say the young lady's name again.
Michela.
Yeah. So it was really good talking to her. So well, that's the after show. We gotta do this more often.
Yeah, that sounds good.